Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and what you're about to watch is part of that second hour that we do over at redvoicemedia.com/Jason or /uncensored. That really does help support the broadcast at only $10 a month. Now remember, you can listen live for free, and every 2 weeks, the whole hour is free over at redvoicemedia.com. But for those that just want to, hang back, I get it. Look, I'm trying to put this information out for everybody, and that's why we make it free. So I hope that you enjoy this sample of the second hour, and if you do, consider supporting the broadcast. The links are down below. I love you guys, and enjoy. World Economic Forum, about to get together again for the very first time. Constantly pushing the metaverse, defining and building the metaverse, okay? And I can't reiterate enough how much they want to bring you into the virtual age. And when I say they, I'm talking about the predator class through organizations like Davos, which are the mouthpiece for that New World Order agenda we were discussing earlier, period. They want blockchain people. They want virtual universes. They want the sustainability agenda. That's what's happening right now. And this is one of their initiatives. Okay, remember, you have the sustainability goals and initiatives that they're pushing. The United Nations is pushing. And the United Nations is also pushing this. And it's all part of this idea to detach you from the reality and build you into a new form of stakeholder capitalism, generating economic and societal value. All right? You look at this, man. You look at this. What's it say right there? Setting rules for the metaverse. Ooh, we're going to set some rules for the metaverse. And you can barely see it. Let's see if we can go right in. We're going to try to see. The problem is it resizes it every time. It says, elicit an economy. Global governance is right there. That's global governance right there. Agile governance. Leadership and values. I mean, setting rules for the metaverse. Right here, guys. Right here. There it is. Let's bring it back to where it was at 100. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Global governance is right here at setting rules. All of these are avenues for collectivism and globalism. And this New World Order thing that's very real. It's not fictitious. I wish it were. I wish it were a joke. It's not a joke. So they've put sustainability into everything. And in this piece where the World Economic Forum is talking about green steel, the second thing that they discuss in this, all right, is actually feeling the metaverse. And it's not what you think. It is actually through haptic sensors and touches. So, again, this is about global governance. This is about control. This is the tail end right here of the green steel movement, sustainable supply chains, right? Drive the demand for green technology, right? And they have to meet these climate goals. Well, another climate goal and a way to decarbonize is have you do less stuff and not leave your house as much. And that right there lets you feel the metaverse with your bare hands, that little device. So that's actually one of the haptic systems. It sends ultrasonic force field up into the air, creating a sensation of physical touch on your skin. I'm going to pause it just for a moment, okay? This tells you can play or interact without gloves or controllers. So many people think that this is going to be like Ready Player One. According to Dennis Bushnell at NASA, 5 cents, that's 5 cents, that's touch, taste, sight, and smell. Touch, taste, sight, and smell. Is that 4 cents or 5 cents? What's the other one? Oh, yeah. Wait, touch, taste, sight, smell. I'm probably missing one. Okay, but whatever. All been done for well over a decade via VR. And the headsets, they're really, they're old tech. They're very old tech. They're going to get smaller. They're going to look like eyeglasses. Eventually, more than likely, they'll be augmented reality. And you could even have them as contact lenses. I mean, that's where this technology is eventually going to go. I don't know how long that will take, but it will get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you will be in haptic field environments like this one, where it's not just your hands as the controllers, but it's your entire body feeling that way. And if they get as far as Kurzweil says that you're going to get, they're going to be able to inject you with bio-nanotech that will shut off your actual sensory system. Lovely, I know. I'm going to shut off your actual sensory system and then virtually provide you with your reality. That sounds fun and safe. And if that sounds like science fiction and there's no way they could do that, I do want to point to the RAND document and what DARPA already calls next generation non-surgical neurotechnology. And the program unveils a non-invasive system capable of reading from and writing to multiple points in the brain at once. A natural extension from research that aims to read brain signals and send or implant information in the brain is brain-to-brain communication. With funding from the ARL, researchers at the University of Washington conducted a pilot study for a non-invasive system that uses EEG to read basic brain signals, transmit them over the internet, and then transfer motor responses to a second user using transcranial magnetic stimulation. The sensors signals represent very basic actions in the context of a simple video game, such as move left or right. Nonetheless, especially given that those signals are transferred over the internet, the potential to send even basic thoughts across the internet inherently presents many opportunities and many risks concerning security and ethics. You think? So again, injectables, non-invasive, non-surgical neurotechnology. And what they're getting ready right now, just to put out commercially, is this type of technology, which are the haptic sense bars. All right, high fives, fist bumps, and this is wave one of haptics. It feels like I'm touching a tree. It's a midair force field. So invisible force fields. And again, this is going to be on the MetaQuest 2. Ooh, yay, it's in the multiverse. So VR, virtual reality, is a huge part of this agenda. And it was a huge part of the agenda, I keep showing it, in this NASA document, Future Strategic Issues and Future Warfare. It is where they want to take us as human beings from the bio-nano era, the quantum era, okay, where we're at right now, into the virtual era. It's a 2001 document. Somehow predicted that, somehow bio-nanotechnology was just going to be adopted in 2020, the technological age of humankind, but it was adopted physically for the first time, en masse. It's a real thing. Just, wow. And the other thing is that they want to manage you. Well, I talk about this command and control system through the blockchain. So they want to use this technology, track, trace database, incorporate it with your body, Internet of Bodies that we've talked about. And the World Economic Forum, just like pushing the VR, okay, are pushing the blockchain people. And, they're telling you already that the lovely refugee camp that you're looking at, okay, runs on the blockchain. And we're using biometric technology. We're taking your iris scans. You're going to be part of the World Food Program. And you're going to sleep in a tent. And you're going to be in long lines. And hopefully we'll find you work. If we don't, who cares? You're in a slave camp. It can store everything. All your passport information, your exam certificates, your financial history, your whole history, everything. And hey, when conflicts are going on around the world, no big deal. Right? We got you covered. I mean, and then they're just basically saying, we're going to save all this money from transactional fees that aren't going to be there. That's why we love the blockchain. You love the blockchain because it's cashless, it's total control, and you want people's standards of living like the one you see here, Davos. That's what you want. And when you talk about technology and using magnetic waves and invisibility. I want to show people, some of this non-invasive technology that they say they want to use for surgery. Okay? And what you have right here is this is a magnetic quote unquote slime that is able to be manipulated through sonic waves. And once it's in your body, it can go through and target things like this. I mean, you're looking at it. And by the way, this is old technology. This is the stuff that's public. And they're showing you how they're able to roll it and manipulate it with magnetics. And now they're showing you how it's going to be able to go through this canal or that organ. Isn't that just the best? Just fantastic. This is what is publicly being shown, and they're getting ready to commercialize now. Think about the implications. You just talked about non-invasives that can control mechanics within the brain and be transmitted over the internet. Now you're talking about things hard-lined into your system that can be controlled via magnetic waves. Just lovely. Just fantastic. And look, I'm all about technology empowering humanity, and it can be used for good. For instance, this is a good use. This is a spinal implant that has helped a paralyzed man have a child.
Ready, set, go. Here we are.
So again, this is this guy, paralyzed at 22, wasn't able to have children. Tragic story. All right. Has an electrical implant in his spine. It boosts his nerve signals. And, I've actually discussed this in conjunction with Neuralink and the fact that they have the brain chip, and then they also show you the second chip in a spinal cord. Okay? When we're talking about things like this, good. This is a medical use. Okay? This is not trying to commercialize it in a sense where you've got to buy, and there's going to be planned obsolescence. And we're talking about what? Track, trace, and database, and then analysis on a level you can't imagine. And really, the harnessing of all of that information to build a mind file on you that you could never, ever, ever imagine existed. Okay, so, right now he's in the harness. But, when he has the device on, he can be somewhat mobile.
Sorry.
This is huge. Yeah, I mean...
yeah, way faster.
I'm sure this has just been amazing for him and his family.
So David, how's it going?
It's great. It's a good feeling, especially walking with my daughter. She with her walker, I'm with mine. Nice.
I mean, it's huge. And that's the thing. These technologies can be utilized for either, right? Empowerment or enslavement. And we've talked about, I love the hammer analogy, build a house or bash a head in. All technology is that way. But you can see how the media is going to portray it. They're going to portray it, what? In a manner, okay? In a manner in which everything is going to empower us. All right? And they're only going to slightly hint at the downsides. And they're going to constantly go to things like this. And look, I want things like this to happen. I really do. But we should be doing these things for the betterment of human beings. In reality, it's being used subversively to get people more and more to accept this technology that ultimately, if we accept it the way that they want, will be the end of humanity forever. And they will have not only their new world order, but their transhumanist nightmare.